Hey, welcome back to Hope and Freedom, where I'm walking alongside you through difficult financial times to give you hope for today and freedom for tomorrow. Now, if you're like most people, you might have some debt in your life. And if you're used to borrowing money to get you through hard times, you might really feel like going out and getting a loan or spending money on credit cards could be the answer for buying the stuff you want or need while you're going through this difficult stretch. But debt is not the tool it seems to be. In fact, usually debt is a trap. And what I want to do today is help you understand why borrowing money is the last thing you should be doing right now. Now, in my full membership program, 30 Days to Financial Freedom, I have a whole lesson about this, and I want to share some of that lesson with you today because it's so important that you avoid this trap and set yourself up for success in the future. So let's take a look at the lesson called A Deal with the Devil from 30 Days to Financial Freedom. There's a recurring theme in classic literature. A person longs for something he can't attain, like wealth or power or a love interest. And when the situation looks hopeless, the devil approaches with an offer. He'll give the man what he's longing for. All it will cost is his immortal soul. The protagonist always takes the deal because his longings are so intense that he can't see the value of what he's giving up. Only later does he realize what a terrible deal he's made. Now, you would never trade your immortal soul for temporary pleasure. But if you're in the habit of borrowing money, you might be making a deal with the devil without even realizing it. Maybe you started this program because you feel trapped in debt. You can escape debt, and we're going to talk later about how to do it. But first, you need to address the attitudes and misunderstandings that got you into debt. For that, let's look at Proverbs 22:7. Here's what it says. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. Our culture depends on debt, and many people assume borrowing money is smart. But the Bible tells a different story. Debt is slavery, and it's incompatible with a life of freedom. I want you to see three principles here. First, debt is deceptive. Like any deal with the devil, debt promises you something you can't get on your own, but it's always a trick. Loans give you money for a moment, but decrease your long-term buying power. Every dollar you spend on payments is a dollar you can't spend on something else. Second, borrowing is bondage. This proverb says that the borrower is slave to the lender. That's because debt restricts you. If you're tied down with bills, you don't have the flexibility to live life on your terms. The work you do and the money you make benefits your creditors, not you. And that's the definition of slavery. And third, poverty is perpetual. Debt is a trap that draws you in deeper and deeper. The more debt you carry, the more you have to borrow just to keep going. If you live this way, you're going to get stuck in a cycle of poverty. The little guy can't get ahead as long as he keeps borrowing money. To live in freedom, you've got to unlearn the lies that have led you into debt. Decide from this day forward that you're never borrowing money again, and commit to doing whatever it takes to pay off the debt you already have. In the battle for financial freedom, there's no room for compromise. You have to go all in. In any deal with the devil, you are always going to end up the loser. And I hope you realize that even though it seems like borrowing money might be the solution to your problems, that solution is short term. And if you borrow money now to get you through this stretch, you're going to be paying it off for a long, long time. And the cause of freedom means sacrificing now so that you're not in a worse position later on. Now, in our next video, we're going to deal with something that could really be plaguing your life right now. Talk about worry and how worry might be stealing your joy and making your financial situation worse. But until then, remember this: freedom starts in your heart.